All right, what is going on, guys, gals, aliens, and degen freaks? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the second stream of the day. What is going on? Let's get the music going down. What is going on? What is going on? So, we have our bear mug. We have our bear mug. I think the Bears are back a little bit, but not strong enough to kill, I think, the momentum of Bitcoin and slow any of that ETF inflow, because we are I think we're bouncing. So if you guys have been following the craziness that is Bitcoin recently, we have just broken all-time highs basically almost every day for the past couple of days. We've crossed into a new range of Bitcoin, which has been historic all-time highs. We've had Pepe going to all-time highs, breaking all-time highs, being listed on Coinbase, which was like fulfilled in the prophecy and was in the tea leaves, written in stone. And we've been talking about this for a long time. So it's really cool to actually see it play out. And also on Robinhood, we know Robinhood has always been bullish long memes and also just bullish crypto. And their crypto revenue recently, whenever they listed their quarter earnings, was like one of their most record-breaking crypto revenue years of their company. And so this just kind of shows the sentiment of when these companies that are offering traditional stocks or, whatever it may be. So for instance, like for BlackRock doing the ETFs, it's just the amount of exposure that is going to come into crypto is going to be a tsunami. I mean, it's just, we're so small in terms of what is the money being circulated around in the world in terms of fiat cash, and then in terms of these different allocations of assets that people have been holding for a while. But then now we're starting to see that diversification, even people selling out of their precious gold and metals into now Bitcoin and possibly these ETFs. And we have things, speaking of coins, we have the altcoins, which is why we want to know about altcoins, because this is our way to get more exposure, add a little bit more risk, but get more in return for these different strong narratives for the altcoins to then shift those profits right back into the big daddy, Bitcoin, and also in, you might say, Ethereum. So let me know if you guys understand that and you know that strategy. And if that's what you're doing, put your Pepes in the chat. Put your Pepes in the chat. But all of you guys coming back to the channel, welcome. Thanks for tuning in, and we really appreciate you guys coming in these live streams. And all we ask is that you hit the like button. You actually destroy the like button, because the moment that you come in, that is the first thing that we ask you do, is right when you come in, hit the like button, because then that is going to push this stream out. I'll break through the algorithm wall, and YouTube will start to finally reward my channel with that fresh, first page YouTube search. So when people type in crypto, my video is one of the first videos that pop up, almost kind of like Altcoin Daily or something like that. That's been the goal, that's been the goal, just organic, algorithmic growth. And we want retail, just like I was retail coming into the space and watching channels like Altcoin Daily and BitBoy, Journey Crypto, and Cryptos R Us, and Ivan on Tech, and all these channels that ultimately inspired me. And the Moon, Carl's channel, Crypto, all these channels inspired me to get into crypto, to explore the ecosystem, and then ultimately eventually make my channel, which, guys, it's pretty cool. My channel, yesterday was the 3-year anniversary. So I've actually had this channel, I didn't realize like how long I've had this channel, for 3 years, because there was at points where I kind of stopped making videos for like a good four months or so. And this was during like just the destruction of Luna and just the exchanges going down. I think everyone was feeling the heat. Everyone was feeling it. It was hard for me to make a video, and I almost quit. And then I remember my wife and a friend of mine actually encouraged me to keep making videos and keep doing it. So then I eventually did. I was like, all right, I'm going to grind on this thing. And then we started, trying out testing, doing live streams, doing just short form content, trying to collaborate with people. And so it's been a really interesting journey, to say the least. And, but yeah, we're glad if you guys have been watching from like the very beginning, you guys are OGs, or the faithful remnant, as you would call yourselves, the faithful remnant. And we're really grateful for any new people that have been coming into these live streams recently. Really, we've been really kind of heavy covering Bitcoin, trying to make sure we also cover the really popular altcoins. I know right now, the main focus, I think, in the crypto Twitter space and CT and YouTube is the memes. Like, everyone's like super bullish on memes, and I think the next one, I think besides AI, I think the AI is getting a little overwashed with all these different like actual AI like creation tokens, that it's like AI terminals creating tokens and then chatting amongst themselves and creating a narrative through AI. It's like Skynet. I don't like it. And so I would rather be bullish on the gaming narrative, because that's something I'm familiar with. That's something that I understand more. And that is where I think the money's going to flow into once we start really going bullish long on a altcoin season that I think is just around the corner. Just like how we had a little teaser season in March and April, we are going to be coming just around the corner to an altcoin season. I hope you guys are ready for it. Smash the like if you agree with what I'm talking about, and also just hit the like button if you don't agree. Let's just get it up to 20 likes right off the bat, so then we can pump this thing. We got some tweets prepared for you. We got a little bit of news. We are going to keep covering the charts. We're going to just we're going to pull up Bitcoin right now, and we're going to show you guys how we were giving you guys the analysis that if it's going to go anywhere, it would go right in this little pocket here. Like, this little pocket here would be the spot that Bitcoin would go if it wanted to retrace like that. But now I'm seeing more of an inverse head and shoulders, which would be great, and it would push us back right up into this area where we would get kind of the shoulder line, and 91,300. All-time high we just broke was 93,400. If we can complete a inverse head and shoulders pattern right here, go right back up into the neckline, trade right back up into 89,000, and then we start completing that pattern, it would look, this would be like perfect. This would be like a nice textbook little inverse head and shoulders, but I do want to, be prepared for any type of downturn that would bring us back to 86,000. And if we ended up doing something like that, I wouldn't be too mad, but I know there would be potential that some of the altcoin trades would not look too hot. So we're hoping for more of the latter, where we get a move to the neckline, and then we could just see something like this. I would be okay with that, but it's just going to be volatile right now, guys. But to make you feel more bullish, you can look at this chart right here. If you go to far side, let's copy this. I'll put it in the chat, and you guys look at this chart yourselves. You can keep up with it. And this is the far side investors, where you can track the BTC ETFs and also the ETH ETFs, and you can see how much money is actually flowing into the ETFs. So let's see if we got an update on. Okay, so today we did have some selling pressure. So this could be an indication of why Bitcoin was going down recently. And so turn this light down a little bit. So that could be a good indication of why Bitcoin was kind of, just hitting a little bit of resistance. We had some of that sell pressure on the ETFs. But if you look, for the past 7 days, we had massive inflows, way more than what the selling was. like way more. And the only sellers was Bitwise and ARK. So that was the only figures we actually got. And then Grayscale. They were the only ones that sold and that had outflows. So mainly, and I've been like telling myself, am I going to bet against BlackRock? BlackRock has been putting their money where their mouth is, and they have been going in. I mean, they're just like max long Bitcoin. Larry Fink, like in previous times, was not bullish on Bitcoin, and I guess he admitted on live TV, he was like, "Look, I didn't understand it. I didn't like it, but now we've studied it. We've seen what it can do. It's becoming more of an asset class that is sustainable, all the things." And the fact that they're really putting themselves on the line with trillions of dollars, especially with their assets under management, this is just a sentiment of looking into like the next 10, 15, 20 years. So you owning a piece of Bitcoin or a piece of crypto in general, or just being exposed in this market and understanding it, and then combining that with these 4-year cycles, learning about the Bitcoin halving, and understanding why companies like MicroStrategy and CEOs and entrepreneurs like Michael Saylor were able to kind of like catch this wave of the banana zone and understand, okay, like the halving. And then when the halvings happened, we've seen an influx into money markets, into the stock market, but also now in Bitcoin since 2012. And so what we've historically seen is this crazy run up that ultimately gets us. Oh, is it a full moon? Oh yeah, let's get the moon. Let's get the moon indicator. Is it a full moon? I need to put it on. The daily. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess it is a full moon. It is a full moon today. Okay, yeah, and then people get a little shaky. People get a little shaky. But look, I mean, I told you guys. I said, look, if it just falls along on this trend, on this curve, or gets even just kind of a little close to it, that's perfect. That's perfectly in line. Like, that makes so much sense for us to just like curve into this, you know? But yeah, if you guys ever wanted to know like about timing the moon phases also with trading environments, this is an indicator you can use, moon phases. So yeah, pretty interesting. Love it. I used to be a moon gazer. I used to stare at the moon a lot, and then I started to learn more about the moon, and I was like, oh, no thanks. Not going to gaze at the moon anymore. Thing's probably a giant floating old computer that's controlling the matrix on the Earth. When it was either NASA, something hit the moon, an asteroid, and it rang like a bell, like it was hollow. Something's weird about the moon. Something's real fishy about that moon up there. And if you stare at it for long enough, it's very fascinating. I will say that. All right, so make sure you guys are following me at DanoCrypto904. At DanoCrypto. Don't let me send you on a rabbit hole down on what the moon, if the moon is actually a the moon isn't just a break off of planet Earth, or a chunk of Earth that blew off from an asteroid and then it formed, and all these theories, or it was a satellite that came in. It came into the field, and then it got pulled into the gravitational field of the Earth. The way that the moon sits in the sky is freaking weird to begin with. I've always thought about this. I was like, every time I looked at the moon up in the sky as a kid, especially during the day, I'm like, I'm like, how is it just like it's just there? It's just sitting there like that. And the way that the Earth is moving in our atmosphere and how it spins, and we're supposed to be moving at thousands and thousands of miles per hour rotation and all that, and then it's like rotating like in this weird way that doesn't really make sense. It's just weird. It's weird. It's like Truman Show, kind of weird. Truman Show kind of weird stuff. All right, make sure you're following me at DanoCrypto904. We're running giveaways right now. So all of you who are watching currently right now, you need to sign up with this because you only have a few days left. So till November 19th for the OURBIT giveaway, if you are bullish on ticker Bitcoin, which if you don't know what ticker Bitcoin is, it's Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu. It's one of my favorite meme coins. It's one of those meme coins that kind of came out around the same time as Pepe. It was like these memes all came out around the same time. They're about a year old. It's like SPX 6900, ticker Bitcoin, MogCoin, Pepe, Wojak, and it's just like it survived the test of time. I remember, and it's the funniest website. I think it has the best website. It really does have the best website. So you got to check the coin out and see what is the my wife calls it the schizo coin. she's like, yeah, put money in whatever that schizo coin of yours, the Harry Potter Obama, but she understands. I think she gets it now, but she's more bullish on like Dogecoin and Ethereum and stuff like that. So I've at least got her hooked on those. But if you sign up with this exchange, all you have to do is just simple rules. You just have to deposit $200 worth of crypto into OURBIT, trade futures, minimum $100 volume to win a bullish ticker Bitcoin sweatshirt. The pink one's dope. I love the pink one. I would actually rock the pink one myself. But 5 lucky winners are going to be entered into the pool here. And also, those 5 winners will get an extra $50 to be able to test out the exchange and test it out. And we're also running, like I said, we're running 2 giveaways. So BITFLEX, we're running the Treasure giveaway, and this is a really good opportunity to win a cold storage wallet, which will kind of help you practice that risk management of holding your crypto in your own wallet with you, like out of an exchange. And because you're kind of just using the exchange for trading, kind of taking benefit, reward, taking advantage of certain rewards maybe that different exchanges have. And that's why you always want to have multiple ones set up. I mean, as much as I love exchanges, I want to tell you guys, remind you that when the bull run really runs, and this is what's happening right now, we're in the beginning of the bull run. We have still like 200 days left, 250 days left till we get to the peak. I really believe that. Historically, we've had on the halving years and bull runs, the peak happens about on an average of 500 some odd days. So you can bet that going into next year in March and April that we're going to be hitting some areas that we're going to want to start taking some profits. But guess what? As much as you like Coinbase, or as much as you like maybe crypto.com, as much as you like BYBIT or BITFLEX or Binance or whatever exchange you use, these exchanges are going to get massive traffic. They're going to experience some issues. One of them might go down. One of them might be working perfectly and no issues for some reason. And you're like, what the hell? And so you have to be able to navigate this, and you're going to not want to get caught with your pants on your ankles. Like you're like going to the bathroom and then you're trying to get up and run and you didn't pull your pants up, and then that you're just going to like eat it. And so you have to make sure that you have a plan. Like what, like you, and my plan is that you have multiple exchanges set up and you don't have all your eggs in one basket, and you have primarily all your crypto in cold storage or a hot wallet, at least, where you have the keys, you have control of it. And this is what you have to do to protect yourself. It's key. It's crucial. So make sure you guys are doing that. All right, so let's go through the tweets we had planned out here. So this is the meme coins ranked by Coinbase and Robinhood listing potential. And what is this? Richard's brother, Richard Hart's brother? Hi there. My brother owns the world's largest diamond. Yes, he does, doesn't he? Left House Crypto Arts. I feel like I'm getting a hex takeover right now. Is this like a PulseChain hex takeover? We'll pull up my wallet of PulseChain and see how it's doing right now. Well, everything is pumping. All right, so let's review this. All right, meme coins ranked by Coinbase and Robinhood listings potential. Inevitable, they think is SPX 6900. And we have Apu. Then we have GigaChad, Mog. And then I think is this Buddy? Guys, remind me which one this is. Is this, there's so many dog coins now. It's like you freaking lose track. And then you got Bobo. Yeah, Pulse Takeover. Richard's brother. Some of the fans just told us to stop by. Love the show. Really? Yeah, Mog on Pulse. Yeah, there are some meme coins on Pulse. Like you can hold Pepe on Pulse. Like there's an Pepe. And then you can also I think it's just like you can bridge it over. I don't know how the liquidity is though. That's the one thing I'd have to check on is the liquidity. All right, so then highly likely, and this is for Coinbase and Robinhood, and I can agree with some of these, but you got highly likely, you got Brett, you have Popcat, and then you have this goat. And then promising is you have memecoin, and man, I don't remember which one this is. There's so many like baby cat memes. I literally lose track. Guys, help me because I'm doing pretty good so far, but help. All right, so this is Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, Taninu, and then we got Land Wolf on the radar. Not sure what this is. Nero, CTO, and God, I can't remember what this one is. And you got Crying Cat, Sigma. This is just and this is Donald. Is this? Wow, which one is this? This is one of those Donald ones. But this one I can't remember fully. Lock In. And then you got Pepe. And you have Andy. These are questionable. These are on the radar. Long Shot, a Mother, and Mooding. And then zero chance. Of course, you got the Swine Flu, Poly Token, Pork, Bonk. And then this is, I think this is Hoppy. So let me know, guys. Did I do a good job? There was like a few of them where I'm like, oh, smoking chicken. Is that smoking chicken fish? Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, so that's what they think. We'll see. I think Ponky has a good chance of getting on Coinbase because they're already on crypto.com. They're already on some bullish exchanges. And so we're very bullish Ponky. All right, so this is funny. Retailers genuinely believe that Pepe could go to $1. That would give it a $420 trillion market cap, bigger than the GDP of planet Earth. And that's why we've been so bullish on Pepe, but I don't know if we're that bullish. We might be that bullish, but I think 40 billion is definitely in the cards. Like that's easily achievable. For sure. Put 40 in the chat if you think that Pepe could get to 40 billion, because I think that's very, very well possible. Especially, I think that Coinbase is just setting up the ball. I said this earlier today, that Coinbase is setting up the ball for retail to come in and just start buying up things like Pepe, like Dog with Hat, And whatever Coinbase is also decided and kind of like gathering from what the community is picking, whether it be damn Peanut the freaking squirrel or Ponky. Something, when Coinbase does list something, it does push some waves and spark through the market, just like a Binance listing. It's like a Binance listing and a Coinbase listing, and BYBIT are usually pretty big. And so what it does is it signifies something, especially in Coinbase. And I know there's other exchanges that obviously they've listed Pepe way before. Even a lot of these smaller exchanges or medium exchange size exchanges have listed Pepe and have been able to reap the rewards of the trading volume of the 9th highest traded token in the whole space. So it's like, that's why I've always kind of said it in the title. I'm saying it. It's always been Pepe. Has it always been Pepe all along? And oh man, I know it's so many people that swapped out of Pepe because they got distracted by all this stuff. And then I call it like, you let the dust settle a little bit. Let the dust settle a little bit. Let people get wrecked. Let people get rocked and jump around and flop and grope. And then you can kind of make a decision. And while everyone's saying something or trying to create a narrative for a specific thing, then it's going to completely distract you. And Pepe was kind of like right in front of us this whole time. But then we let crypto Twitter poison our minds. We let it poison our minds. And so I swapped out of Pepe. I took profits way too early. I swapped out of Pepe like a noob into something called Papa. It was like a Pepe derivative type coin where it was like looked like the Pepe character. I was like, oh, okay. This seems like it'll run just like Pepe, right? No, it went to absolute zero, and then they ended up posting a meme on Twitter of the character like at a funeral, dead. I was like, wow, this is crypto Twitter. I was like, I'm in crypto Twitter right now. And I thought to myself, wow, that's how everyone looks right now that was holding Pepe and did that. They're all like this. It's just like a sad trumpet death of what it's just like, it's terrible. We could have all retired a lot earlier. I'll tell you that. We could have all retired a lot earlier. I know, it's terrible. But the thing is like, I bet 98% of you did that. 98% of you got convinced that it wasn't the right thing to hold Pepe for a year. That's all you had to do, was have patience for a year to hold Pepe, and you could have had the easiest 1,500% move to the upside. But all during this time, you had BitBoy distracting the crap out of you. You had Ben.eth distracting you. You got people making the pictures that have all the crypto little Twitter Easter eggs that end up making you go, oh, what was it? Oh, my God. Oh, what is it? And you kind of lose the essence of what even a strong meme really is. And you had it right in front of your freaking face. So what I did, knowing that I did that, I started to pick my coins and my memes and my altcoins and things like that I believe in, and I'm going to stick to them and I'm going to buy them. And one of them is Pepe. So I said, you know what? I'm like, at this point, I know I missed those price opportunities when it was super low, and I'll take that on the chin. But when I start to see that bullish retail almost setup that Robinhood and Coinbase is doing to give Pepe a almost SHIB and Doge like run, I'm buying more. So, and I had been already buying and trying to get as much in it as I could, because I saw this coming and this bullish setup coming. And so I'm sure maybe you saw it too. And so you were like, I gotta buy some Pepe. And so for me, that's why that's why I have that type of connection with the coin. And then I've thought the same thing about Dogecoin. I was like, retail is going to remember Dogecoin, and they're going to have this type of connection where that's what they're going to go into. That's going to be the first thing that the retail goes into. You have to have this type of strategy and be front running what you think retail is going to be buying as the setup, just like we did in the last cycle. And then there's going to be all this stuff that also us in the bubble, in the crypto bubble, are going to be chucking money at, speculating hard on, which is going to be the crypto gaming. I think crypto gaming is going to be the big one. And so this is why we're going to be testing out some of these crypto games. We're going to test out a couple and let you know what we've been interested in and the ones that we think are probably going to do well in terms of like getting the nerds' attention, the Twitch people, the hardcore gamers, but then also just the casual gamer, you know. I think these things are going to probably do really well. But let's keep going down the line. Welcome, guys. I see we got 44 people in here. Make sure you're smashing up the like button. And we're going to get into, and we already kind of got into why the market's dipping. If you're wondering why the market's going down, and you'd like, I want you guys to not freak out. It's just, we had some little bit of ETF outflows. We've had pretty much for the past 7 days, we had inflows into the ETF, and now we had some little bit of selling pressure. We've been getting, you know, pretty up there. We were pushing steam. So Bitcoin's just kind of cooling off right now. And I think it's given it an opportunity for people to give a nice bullish setup into altcoins. So I think that's kind of what's coming around the corner. I think we're going to have a nice bullish setup for altcoins, and we're going to be waking up to this view pretty much almost on the daily here coming up in the next, you know, few weeks, in the next couple months. And so Ponky gets it. Ponky gets the assignment. And that's also one of our coins that we think is going to do pretty well on the Solana blockchain. And then we have this. Michael Saylor says, replacing SEC Chair Gary Gensler is incredibly bullish for the digital assets. So we actually were going to get to that. Gary Gensler, it was rumored that he is going to be resigning, and he is stepping away from the position. And it's been rumored that Hester Pierce, the former, I think, SEC Chair, is going to step in. I think, don't quote me on that. I think that was the rumors. People were speculating and rumoring that Alex Jones was going to be the press secretary. And I was like, that would be hilarious. Oh my God, that would be hilarious. So, all right, let's watch this clip and see what Michael Saylor had to say.
SEC chairman, for example, a lot of expectations that Gary Gensler is going to step aside. And I realize Bitcoin itself is governed as a commodity, unlike other cryptocurrencies. But when you're talking about the ETFs, and when you're talking about the cryptocurrency exchanges, and when you're talking about companies like yours, MicroStrategy, which is publicly traded, it is SEC. So how important is that appointment going to be? And who would you like to see at the helm?
Well, I think whoever chairs the SEC has probably the most pivotal role in the entire digital assets industry. I think this is incredibly bullish for digital assets. It's very good for the crypto industry. We're going to see a lot more pro-Bitcoin policies. We're going to see a digital assets framework. We're going to see an end to the war on crypto. We're going to see a lot of pro-Bitcoin, pro-business policies. And I think that clearly the SEC will be a big part of it. So it's above my pay grade to have an opinion on who it's going to be. But I think it's pretty clear the House, the Senate, the White House, they're all very pro-crypto. So I expect that we'll have a very supportive head of the
Nice. So what do you guys think about that? I mean, it's definitely bullish. It's definitely bullish crypto. And I'm just curious, I just don't want the thing that I don't want to happen, because I get this kind of weird feeling sometimes when there's all these people are talking about crypto policy. And you know what? It's like, I want it to just be kind of like almost like a policy to where it's like, okay, what are the rules for like operating a business, not, and things like that. But when it comes to like DeFi and you just being able to just like hold your crypto and then just like not have to pay crazy taxes on it by just moving transactions or maybe doing something that is supposed to be decentralized, like that's the nature of crypto. So it's like there's got to be kind of like this interesting fusion, obviously, where they have to regulate things, have to make sure people aren't getting like fully rug pulled and scammed. And when there's really people that are actually like, people like Zach XBT on Twitter is investigating and, exposing like the just the debauchery that happens with some of these, crypto founders or projects and the things that kind of happen behind the scenes. I get that. But when it comes to just like every crypto person just trying to just like interact with DeFi, we should just be able to do that freely and not pay crazy taxes on it. It's stupid, especially when it comes to some of these tokens where it's just like, a token that can be created in 2 seconds, I don't think should have such a serious type of tax implication, or regulation that I think our government and the people that make the rules need to have their hands in, is all I got to say. But no, they like to put people in jail like Ross Ulrich, who created Silk Road for years on 2 life sentences. So that's how our government operates. So you still have to play by the rules because they will throw you in a cage. But hopefully, with the 4 years of this administration and the people that are going to be running the show now, hopefully there'll be less people getting thrown into cages and thrown into boxes and a whole industry built on putting people in jail. But instead, we heal people. We have a better running society that has more abundance and more wealth and a more forward of healing, actually getting all of these chemicals out of the United States, like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is trying to do, and just try and make this place better for us and our future generations, our kids, and all that stuff. Blah, 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 blah. You get what I'm talking about. All right, so let's see what else is happening. Trump's new sheriff, Jay Clayton, to ride into Wall Street with 6 guns loaded with blank bullets. Is this the fun mode? I think I have the fun mode on. FDA's new exit strategy, vaccinate or validate. Oh my gosh. Stop it. This is funny. Stephen King's digital escape from X's trolls to threads. Okay, breaking. Gary Gensler released a statement suggesting he might be leaving the SEC. Because he's afraid, because he's like, oh my gosh, Trump has been screaming, I'm going to fire Gary Gensler on day 1. I'm going to fire Gary Gensler. Everyone's like, I was at the Bitcoin conference when he said that. It was cool. I actually got a chance to watch Trump speak at the Bitcoin conference live. If you guys actually were watching the channel, we actually covered it live. And so, we remember when he said that and the crowd just roared. And I just sometimes I kind of feel bad for Gary. Like, I think Gary could just become almost like the Darth Vader of crypto, where you remember, the prophecy of Darth Vader, right? Like, you guys, this is the only cool thing about Star Wars, that take all the controversy out of the whole woke Star Wars and just go back to the original essence of the story. And how Luke finally comes to the fact that he's like, okay, Vader is my father, but he felt like there's still good in him, and that he felt like he could be the one to turn him to the good side, turn him to the Force, the light, and go away from the dark side. And so ultimately, when he goes and has the confrontation with the Emperor, the Emperor lures Luke in and eventually tries to get Luke to kill his father to then take his place. And so what ends up happening is Luke's prophecy of Darth Vader actually still having good inside of him plays through, and you see Vader take the Emperor and chuck him down the shaft, because he finally realized, he was like, wow, like I need to be the one to end this cycle of pain and end the cycle of destruction, and throws the Emperor, breaks the cycle, fulfills the prophecy that he is the one that is going to bring balance to the Force. Now, Gary Gensler could be like Vader right now in the crypto space, where he could just like, he could be the one to like, he could have been the one to like balance it out, you know? But instead, I feel like he was just, maybe something's controlling him, you know, maybe something in the background, you know, maybe Gary was bullish long Bitcoin. Like, he was teaching at MIT. He was posting videos about Bitcoin and blockchain and how bullish he was on it. And then all of a sudden he just started attacking every single company that wanted to do something in America. One of the most controversial ones being XRP. Yeah, and Yoda, yeah, taught Luke in the cave. On Dagobah, yeah, that scene where Luke he goes in and he goes into that cave, and he learns that like within Vader is himself. Ultimately, it's that struggle, that hero's journey. Yeah, I think Gensler, yeah. Eliator says Gensler is a puppet for the banksters. Yeah. It feels like that, because it's like every time, it's like almost like he wants to say something, like he wants to say more, but he's just like, he can't, he can't. He just can't. But yeah, but this ultimately is bullish news. But I'm giving you my honest opinion. It's like I kind of feel bad for the guy. Everyone looks at Gary and they think of him as like the one of the riders, one of the horsemen of the apocalypse. And so we don't want to have hate on Gary Gensler, is all I got to say. Maybe he's got a tough job. It's kind of like there's this practice, like, say you're a Christian and you pray and you believe in Jesus, you believe in God, and you have kind of like a prayer meditation, maybe table or something like that. You got an area where you just like go to kind of be peaceful, to pray. And you have a picture of Jesus, but then next to a picture of Jesus is a picture of someone that you probably don't like very much. And you try to have compassion for that said person. It's a hard practice to do. It's not easy. But I've thought about doing it. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. All right, so let's get back into crypto. So I feel like how I explained, if we were gonna go lower, we would have touched that already. We would have touched the 86,000 on the support here on this band here, but we already went a liquidity low. We touched a liquidity low at 86,008, and I think we're going to get a nice little bounce here. We might get that. I think we might get the little inverse head and shoulders deal going on the short-term time frames. Okay, so let's look at Pepe now. Let's start to look at Pepe. Pepe on Binance, and it's so crazy. It's so cool that now like you can see Pepe on Coinbase. I've been waiting for that. I knew we were gonna just end up seeing that Pepe logo on Coinbase. Coinbase would finally, and it's so crazy. I feel like Coinbase, like I said, is setting it up for retail to come back in. Sorry guys, I have like itchy eyes. Something like got my allergies. So I got the itchy eyes and the itchy nose. But yeah, I think that they're really setting up retail to just come in and just discover Pepe. They want people to buy Pepe, and they want them to buy on Coinbase. And it's going to be great. I had this theory. I said, look, retail, they get paid. It's the 15th tomorrow. Oh yeah, and Pepe is on Robinhood Exchange too. If you guys didn't know, it's on Robinhood. So like that is the normie exchange for people just to kind of pull up in the middle of the night and just be like, or like, they got a little bit of money left over and they're like opening up Robinhood. I remember when everyone in COVID times in 2020 and 2021, everyone was downloading Robinhood. Everyone was speculating to weed stocks and tech stocks and whatever was the new thing. And if you were smart, you were going into all these different health stocks or like who are making masks and syringes and things like that, but but we should have been buying the crap out of Bitcoin and Ethereum at that time because it was so cheap. At that point, if we were smart and put all of our stimulus checks into Dogecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, we would all have retired very early. So, but yeah, Pepe's doing really well. So Pepe basically has just broken all-time highs. So now we're just in price discovery mode. So at this point, it gets really interesting on how to chart because it's creating a whole brand new range from where it's pumped out. So we're going to now find is like new resistance, where we're going to top out a little bit and hit some sell pressure, and then we're just going to see how far it's going to go. And my theory is that because it's already in the number, oh my God, is that real? Okay, it's in the number 15 spot. So literally it's $9.1 billion market cap. It's starting to surpass Sui. Is that for real? Is that for real right now? Because it wasn't the... Okay, that's wild. Okay, so Pepe's already passed Aptos, Litecoin, Near Protocol, Polkadot, Chainlink. I literally was... If you've been watching my live stream, I've been saying this for days. I've been saying this for weeks. I've been saying this for months. That this is inevitable. Like, this is pretty much inevitable that Pepe just dominates and basically goes up into the market cap of Dogecoin, which is at $54 billion. We can get it surpassing, I think, the market cap of Cardano and USDC and XRP and be around $40 to $50 billion. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be wild. A lot of people are going to cope and they're going to be like, I cannot believe I swapped my Pepe out for some garbage in 2023 because now the writing is on the Pepe wall. But I'm still buying. I'm not going to be the one that says, well, it's too late, because I'm just going to bet. I am not going to bet against Pepe, and I'm not going to bet against BlackRock. I'm not going to bet against Elon with Doge, and that is how I am treating this market currently right now. I'm not going to bet against the fact that AVAX is incorporated with a really popular game right now called Off the Grid, which I'd like to try. I'd like to test it out on the stream, but we'll have to have it all pre-set up. We are going to actually stream a little bit of Medieval Empires again, and we're gonna check up on the stats and see where we're at, and then we're also gonna pull up some Vulcan Forged and mess around with a couple games in there like Vulcan Runner, and just show you guys the dashboard and how it looks. And hit the like button too. Please hit the like button. We got 32 people in here, so we've been getting a lot more people in here for these live streams. I really do appreciate you guys. I see some new people in here. I see some OG people like Weeze Barney. I see Calvin Clark. What's going on? I see John M. I see Crypto Naughty. And apparently Richard Hart's brother was in here. I don't know if that's an actual real. I don't know if that's a real account. Let me see this channel. No. I'm like, who is this? Not yeah. Just got taken over by Richard Hart's brother. Nice. Oh yeah, speaking of that. Yeah, let's oh yeah. Let's look at my Pulse bag here. Let's go pulse.com. Let's check it out. Yeah, it's not really doing too much. It's still just sitting, doing nothing. It's just kind of sitting, doing nothing. But the thing that I've been thinking is that when ETH, because this was in March, in January and March, PulseChain awoken. It was just like, whoom, it just woke up. And what I think could happen here is when ETH wakes up and gives us that same kind of run that we had where, ETH went up 20%, this could wake up again and it could go up a lot. And so that's why I have a little bit of money in there, because it could break up into this, out of this wedge and start to get back up into those all-time highs whenever it launched, full chain in 2023. So also you got the PLSX token, you have the incentive token, and then you have the Hex token. And so the liquidity's there, they just don't report it on the main websites for some reason. I don't know why, but I've just always been curious about it. I kind of always like to have just a little bit of exposure in some of these things like this. Because even if you just had a couple of $100 in something like this and it really starts to run and does kind of like what Hex did in its heyday, when Hex on Ethereum went up like thousands of %, So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's like an experiment. I'm very curious. And I wanted to tell you guys, we had a really, really good trading day, or the past couple of days we've had really good trading days, and we just want to show you guys that obviously sometimes your trades can get so close to potentially wiping out a little bit of your progress if you are not careful, especially when we've had the market going up and kind of cooking, which could give you a little bit of a warning sign that we're getting overheated. And so that is kind of what happened recently. And what we did is we had this thought yesterday to say, okay, we made really good money yesterday. Like we made like a really, really good, just a really crazy trading day. One of our best days that I think we've had, like a record day where we literally made like $2,500 in a single day, aggressively scalping the markets. And so we thought to ourselves, why not just like exit out of most of the trades and just like chill, and then like wake up, let the market open, see where we're at, and then go into some trades. And that was the right move. That was like the instinct I had, but I didn't do it. I didn't do it. So I'm really starting to like, I gotta trust myself a little bit more. And so that probably would have helped out to not get some of these trades getting really scarily close to, a liquidation price. But it's only just this one particular one, which is Dog with Hat. Because I was thinking, okay, Dog with Hat, it did pump pretty well, but I think it still has some room to grow. I think it's lagging a little bit I think that we're going to probably pump up past $5 here, really probably sooner than later. So I was just wanting to catch some of that momentum, because it could just trade up kind of like right up along with how Pepe is doing, to kind of just dominate and kind of push the old narrative coins aside just for a moment, to kind of take the spotlight, and then everything just starts just going. But what we did, though, a thing that I feel pretty good about, is the XRP trade. I think something's going to pop with XRP, because one of those, XRP hasn't really moved as much as everything else. It hasn't really shot off just yet. It's kind of lagged a little bit. I think we could see XRP really doing some damage here. So I thought to myself, okay, I'll hedge a little bit into the XRP trade, but the ones that we're really thinking are going to do well is the Litecoin trade, the Bitcoin trade itself, and then also we put in a Phantom trade. We didn't tell you guys about this one. This one's a new one, so we put in a new trade on Phantom. We've been bullish on Phantom. We know there's going to be a full separate chain that's going to be rebranded. It's going to be called the Sonic chain. And so they're rebranding the Phantom Foundation to like the Sonic. It's like Sonic Labs or Sonic Foundation, and there will be a Sonic token, but the FTM token and chain isn't going to go anywhere. It's still going to be working simultaneously along with Sonic. So it's still going to be bullish FTM, and I think this token is going to do really well, and it's in a lot of lists of kind of like the, some of the bigger names in the space. It's like I always see FTM as a good buy. Like even Ansem has FTM in his portfolio list. He's like, look, these altcoins are going to do well. Rand always has FTM in the list. I've been talking about Phantom for forever. I really enjoyed Spooky Swap. I enjoyed some of the tokens and the ecosystems on there. There's like Spell token. There's the Boo token, like the actual Spooky Swap token itself. So I was having some fun in that ecosystem. Very similar to Polygon, kind of in its like operation. But yeah, I think that's going to do well. So let's hope we get a quick recovery on Bitcoin. We were just cooling off a little bit. We just got a little bit of resistance. If you're wondering what was going on, why are we dumping? Like, what is happening? Well, it's because we had just a little bit of selling pressure on the ETFs, and we just were in an overbought zone. We if you look at the RSI on the daily, or on maybe the 4 hour of the daily, we probably just got a little overbought. And let's look at the daily here, or the 4 hour. Yeah, the 4 hour, we just came to some spots where we were just kind of got a little overbought. The SMI, you can see, like a little overbought. Bearish divergence, where you get these kind of right here, and then, you just swoop down. And then now what we want to see is a bullish divergence, where we start to curve back like this, and we get the bullish divergence setup where we go back to the upside. And so I think this will reverse the trades fast. We'll get some good bounces, and this will just be people buying because right now at these it's the bull run. It's retail's coming back in. So I think that we're going to see a spot buying surge that of the likes no one's ever seen before. I've been trying to say that. We're about to see a retail spot buy of the likes no one's ever seen. Oh my God. Guys, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Second stream of the day. Been doing these bullish streams. We are so close to 3,000 subscribers, guys. So make sure you are hitting the like button, doing all the things. We'll show you, guys. Whoa, we got to hit our own like button, and I'll show you the links in the description here. We got the OURBIT link right here. We got the BITFLEX link. We do have BYBIT as well. We got the NAKA link, PHEMEX, crypto.com, Coinbase, all that stuff. If you guys want to directly support the channel, just use those links in the description. And let's see how many subscribers we have fully. Let's go to the studio and let's see the full count. Oh my gosh, we're getting so close. 2,912. And that would be so cool if we could pass if we could hit 3,000 subscribers tonight. That would be amazing. Let's see how many people are watching right now just across all platforms. Okay, we got 41 people watching, so algorithms, it's doing some work. It's getting there. All right, so we wanted to show you guys also the trade that we were in. We were in the Pepe and ETH trade, but we took profits on that, and then we went into and you can see here we had started with 200, and now we're up to 268. The challenge that we're giving ourselves here with OURBIT is to currently turn the $200 into over $5,000. And so we're going to see if we can do that. And I think we're going to do pretty well with Brett, because I think Brett is going to be running pretty fast here up to 30 cents. And that's our take profit, is at 30 cents. So we will make about 1,000, basically $2,000 on that trade if we get that move to 30 cents. And why I think Brett is going to go to 30 cents is because of a inevitable Coinbase listing. We had Coinbase list Dog with Hat and Pepe. It's going to list Brett, the most bullish, highest traded meme coin, on its own chain. It just makes so much sense. So we're going to make sure we're set up on that. And we also have some spot, Brett as well. So we are, as you can see, have exposure in all of these different narratives, the most bullish traded coins, and we're just trying to take advantage of it as much as we can. But this one, though, this is scaring me, because then this would erase a lot of work that I did yesterday in taking profits aggressively. It would basically mean that my $2,500 day that I did yesterday would go down to a $1,500 day with the accrued losses. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's pray that we get a bullish reversal and people just start going wild and spot buying Dog with Hat and push that and run that up to $5. You can see the wick here wicked up to $4.65. We might even just do a take profit right there, just so if it decides to do some kind of crazy run up and we don't want to miss it, we'll make $781 instead of, the other way. So let's do that. Cool. Let the prophecy be fulfilled. Let the prophecy be fulfilled. $4.99, please. Let's go. All right, so are you guys smashing the likes? Did we get it up to 30 likes before we actually end the stream? Because we're going to end it here pretty soon. Right now we're actually going to get Mutable Empire set up real quick. Let's make sure we can get into the game. John is asking, what's your thoughts about Doge right now? I think Doge is actually still a decent buy. I think Doge could go to $2 in this run. I think Doge could actually probably go to $2, maybe $1.50.
Here's a reward for your daily login.
Oh, I get a reward for my daily login. Okay, hold on, let me turn this. Oh, new building is available. Let's go. What building is it? Oh my God, I've been waiting for a new building. Yes, a trading post. Okay. okay, finally I can put some things out. All right, so cool. I can show you guys how you can add different buildings to your land and to your town in medieval empires. And so we actually need to get our invite link. So then you guys, if you want to test this out, you actually can do so by using my referral link. All right, so we're gonna pop this trading post somewhere. We're actually gonna put the trading post right there. All right, awesome. All right, cool. We're gonna click on these rewards. These are just like daily tasks. And so this incorporates, you know, you do battles and harvesting and things like that, training your warriors, training your heroes, collecting stuff. All right, so let's see. Let's check on everything. All right. All right, so right now, guys, if you're wondering what we're playing Medieval Empires. So this is a crypto game that's a real easy game to get into. It's a real-time strategy game that incorporates NFT land. So we're going to show you the oh, what do we got? Oh, so we got what avatar? What avatar did we get? Oh, I think, yeah, I bought this little avatar. It was just for $1 to change my avatar to this little sketch. It's a bullish sketch. All right, so we're going to do a little test battle here. Let's see. Let's go to the armies. I want to do... Is this one? Yeah, that's the one. All right, so we're going to send them out to battle so you can see that happening in real time. You can see the current land that I'm on is something... it was an open land spot. But as that's happening, I'll show you the world map. And this is the view of where all of the land is. All of these different spots. And these are all chunks of land that people own. Some of these can be for sale. Some of these you can click on and see if you can rent. And see if you can actually rent some space on that land. You can buy land yourself and then have other people playing on it and then charge them a tax. You can also earn the Medieval Empires token for rewards as well, and that's what we're going to get into because this game also has a token linked to it called the Me token. And so you can, so currently I have some of my Me tokens staked to get VIP status, and you can stake certain amounts to be able to get some bonuses inside the game. And so this is a view of, like what I was explaining, how someone like Tommy Shelby owns some land in North Ankara, and they have a rent offer. You can settle on different points of land, and then also you can have, you know, your own land as well. So let's click on the home button. We'll go back to the home. All right, so it looks like we got some multiple victories. Or just the one victory because we sent out one army. All right, so we got this trading post. Let's go. Say mint your first NFTs. Okay, let's go. All units with full health durability more than one and currently in town are available for minting and listing here. Nice. Okay. Mint decorations. How to mint. All new NFTs minted or bought will appear in my collection. Got the different marketplaces. Nice. That's cool. I did check that out. Yes, it was funny. Trying to get some shock and awe factor. All right, so we got the Research Academy. Oh, we can upgrade that. All right, let's go. Let's do that. We're going to upgrade that. So yeah, it's real. It can be addicting. I mean, it's you just click around. Pretty easy to follow. For example, okay, so I won that battle. So let's bring him back to town. And We'll show you guys how you can heal them up in the hospital, but also what you can do is level up some of your guys, like your archer, All right, so like this guy can get leveled up, your swordsman. Let's see. Okay, so like this guy can get leveled up. So you're just trying to stack everyone up. Like that's the whole, like if you've played MMORPGs, you played RTS, you played anything like this where you're building up your characters or stacking up your characters, that's just that's the name of the game. You're just trying to beef them up, get progress. And so this is how you load up in your headquarters and how you can build certain armies. So right now, this is an army and a unit that I'm running. And then you have your heroes. So your heroes are your main guys that are leading the assembly, and then you're picking your infantry, and your people that are going to be alongside your heroes. And then when you go into battle, you're getting experience points, and that ultimately will lead to you leveling up your full level, which is going to get you more exposure in the town and upgrades as such. All right, so let's see. Units, heroes. We'll do this guy. We'll save that setup. And let's see, we got here. We'll save this setup. See how that goes. All right, we're going to go out to... Oh, actually, I wanted to heal these guys real quick. All right, so let's heal these guys. Going to do a quick heal. All right. So yeah, super easy to get into, pretty fun. All right, so we're going to check on the Me token. We're going to show you the actual chart. And then let's go here. We're going to close that. And so why I'm bullish on Medieval Empires is, they have the Me token. They have a good functional game. It's all incorporated with a Mutable X. So they have a Mutable X signage and accounts in a portal. If you're familiar with the Mutable X, they're connected with like pretty much one of all the bullish, popular, big AAA games in the crypto space. So if you almost want to like have a token that is like an index for speculating on the crypto gaming bull run, Immutable IMX would be a pretty good choice. So, but yeah, it's got that going for it, and then it has the token. The Me token is just been bullish very bullish. It had a really nice run, trying to test back up into this recent wedge where we had a nice descending wedge, and this is just basically a giant descending wedge channel here that it was due to break out. Now we're just getting that resistance going back into support, and we're just going to test back up, I think, into that 2-cent range, going to 3 cents, and then ultimately there's some bullish news I think that's going to break on Medieval Empires, and I don't know what it is, but I feel it. Something's going to break. There's going to be some really bullish news on Medieval Empires, and we're going to see the market cap is so low. It's so undervalued on this coin. It's insane. It's only like at a $60 million market cap or something like that. It's like really low, just astronomically low. And for the fact that there's so many other things like the meme coins that have just these insane valuations, but this actually has a really growing, vibrant ecosystem. Like I said, with the NFTs, with the land NFTs, and just the way that the game functions and the mechanisms of it, I'm super bullish on it. So we definitely have some Me token for sure in the bag, and we think it's going to do pretty well. So if our price target is in the cards, back up to its all-time high, that's a 362% move to the upside, and then we get into that 6-7 cent range. That's 1,000% That's 1,000% return. I kind of almost think that, things like, like Pepe and ticker Bitcoin and Me token are going to be things that outperform my entire portfolio, which is going to be great. I'm going to love saying that I retired my entire bloodline for, speculating into Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu and Pepe and a crypto gaming token. It's going to be glorious. I don't know about you guys, but it's going to feel glorious. All right. I was going to pull up Vulcan Forge, but I think we ran out of time. We ran out of time, guys. But thank you for tuning in. Did we get the live stream up to 30 likes before we end? Nope. But do me a favor, if you forgot to hit the like button, if you're watching on the TV, hit up, right, select. That's the left, right, uppercut, Mortal Kombat cheat code. Up, right, select for the YouTube app on your TV to hit the like button. Make sure you do that, because I know some people, when they're watching on their TV, they forget they could still hit the like button. You just got to pick up that remote. Don't be lazy. And if you're watching on the phone, you obviously just use your thumb. You take the thumb and just smash that thing. All right. Well, with that being said, I don't know. Is there any other thing we need to cover? Any questions, discussions, debates, theories, prophecies? What do you guys have for me? If you want to know what my meme coin plays are, everyone's always curious. Like, what are you buying? What are you DCAing into? What do you think is going to do well? What's the next 100x? I've talked about the same coins for months and months. I haven't changed. I'm basically kind of like Crashiest Clay, where I've talked about the same coins. That's it. I've talked about Pepe, Ponky, Orc, Pepe, Wojak, ticker Bitcoin, Harry Potter, Obama Sonic 10 Inu, Kendu, and Brett. I haven't really talked about very, very much else. Like I keep it pretty simple. So those are the things for a lot of different reasons that I think are gonna do fairly well. And we have the trades in. But all right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow on the Freaky Friday stream. Hopefully, we get that bullish momentum back up. This was the bounce. This was the dip. And there's going to be too much fear of missing out that people are just not going to want to miss out on all the fun coming up here soon in the cryptocurrency market spaces. Thank you guys for tuning in to this late evening live stream, wherever you are, whoever you are, wherever you're watching from. I really do appreciate you guys coming in. All I ask is that you hit the like button and use all the links in the description to directly support the channel. And if you guys want to participate in the 2 giveaways that we're running, make sure you guys check those out. And we'll just put them up real quick back up on the screen. Make sure you are aware that we are running this giveaway for BITFLEX, and it is for the Trezor Safe 3. And then we're running a giveaway for OURBIT for winning actual ticker Bitcoin merch. So make sure you guys are signing up for that, because you do not want to miss a chance to win this merch. It's really awesome. And then you can show your friends how cool you are for being in meme coins and being ahead of the curve. And you can tell them, well, how are you so ahead of the curve, Timmy? Well, you watch Dano Crypto. That's why. All right, guys. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.